and welcome back to Disorderly Tarot. Today's video is all about what's coming in love for you this autumn. My favourite season is usually spring, but I'm really feeling autumn this year. I think I was just missing the coziness. I loved summer. I enjoyed the heat for once. I usually hate summer, but it was a nice change. But now I'm just kind of ready for cozy blankets, warm fires, watching the rain outside, and hot chocolates, definitely. I feel like at the moment I'm just full of love. I have been spending quite a lot of time with family, and that's just been amazing. I've been missing my friends quite a lot, so I know I need to hang out with them a little bit more. And I've been watching and rewatching season 2 of Heartstopper, and just both seasons really, because it is the cutest show ever created. I'm absolutely in love with Nick and Charlie and the whole story, the whole gang. And every time I watch it, it just gets me in such a good mood and fills me up with love. So what better to do today than an autumn love reading? I have 3 groups for you to pick from today, starting with group 1 and moving down to group 3. I'm going to give you some close-ups of the groups. Group 1 with Malachite. Group 2 with Tiger's Eye. Group 3 with Honey Calcite. Now, when you're picking your group, I think it's a good idea to take a deep breath in, try to relax yourself as much as possible. And I just want you to focus on what's coming in love for you this autumn. Sometimes it's easier to picture autumn scenes. Sometimes it's easier to just completely rest your mind. Sometimes it's easier to look at the 3 groups and just see what calls out to you. Feel free to do whatever feels natural for you. If you need a bit more time choosing, you can pause the video here and take a bit more time to select your group. And when you're ready, just scroll down to the description box or the comments below and pick the timestamp for your group. I'm going to start with a reading for group 1. Hi group 1, so if you picked Malachite, this is your reading. I'm going to pop your crystal up at the top for the rest of it, and then we can get started. I've got a little Lover's Oracle card for you. I do want to have a look at what it is, but I want to get your tarot cards first. So I'm just going to pop this to one side. We'll have a look at your tarot and then we can turn this around a bit later. Today I'm using the Everyday Witch Tarot. As always, I will list all the decks I've used down below in the description box, so feel free to check that out if you want to know which cards I used today. I haven't pre-shuffled any cards. We're just gonna see what we get and find out what's happening for you in love this autumn. Tell me about group 1. What's happening in love this autumn for group 1? Tell me about group 1 in love this autumn. What's coming in love for group 1 this autumn? Okay. So we've got 4 tarot cards for you. First, we have the Page of Swords. That is followed by the Page of Cups. 2 pages, interesting. Then we have the 3 of Wands. And lastly, we have the 8 of Cups. This is actually very interesting so far, group 1. So with the Page of Swords and the Page of Cups, I get that obvious page energy where it's like something new, a new idea, a new project, a new goal. With the cups, we have more sort of emotion, creativity, that sort of thing. With the swords, it's a bit more practical, intellectual, stimulating in that way. I feel like there's a very youthful energy with the page, and I'm wondering if you are recently coming out of a relationship or a situationship and you're on the journey or the lookout for something new. That's what I'm feeling. It's like you're at the beginning of a path, the beginning of a journey of sorts. With the Page of Swords, it can be interpreted as being intuitive or being impulsive. Like you have a bit of an idea brewing and you want to just leap on it, but leaping on it could be a mistake. I don't know how to express what I'm feeling or what I'm thinking, but I just feel like you have this new plan in terms of love. So maybe there's a specific type of person you're searching for, or a new kind of relationship that you want, or you've just figured out what you don't want and you're going to push that aside, and you know exactly what it is, exactly what your goal is and what you do want in your love life, and you're ready to go out there and go searching for it, go looking for it. But there's also this slightly like reckless energy, like you will just push yourself straight into that and not think about any of the consequences behind it. Like perhaps this perfect person, this goal that you're looking for doesn't actually exist. Like maybe your standards are unachievable, not too high, because I don't think people's standards are too high, but sometimes we can just put so much pressure on ourselves to find this ideal person, and no one's perfect, so an ideal person doesn't really exist, and it can just be difficult to get exactly what you want. And I don't know, I'm wary of that with this energy, because it's like you're putting yourself all into something brand new and you're not really looking ahead or thinking about any consequences. And with the Three of Wands, I see someone who is achieving their goal in a way, whatever it is that they did want and they set out to do, they're getting very close to achieving it. However, it can kind of signify a point where you're like close to achieving what you wanted in the past, but you suddenly realize it isn't what you want anymore. Your desires have shifted. And that's what I'm seeing for you. I'm seeing something like you've been working towards something, but then suddenly it's like, actually, with the Eight of Cups, you walking away from that and being like, no, I changed my mind. That's not what I want anymore. Ooh, it's like a confusing time in autumn for you, for your love life, because it's like, I'm ready to start with this new plan. And then even though the plan seems to be like moving forward, it's progressing, suddenly you're like, actually, don't know if I want this plan anymore. And then you end up kind of scrapping it and moving on. Now, this could be interpreted as you, maybe in the summer previous to this, you've been kind of making a checklist in love of what you want. I'm talking to you singles out there mainly. And I guess you get dating at the beginning of autumn and you find someone who ticks all those boxes and you're like, yeah, this is the right person for me. But then you start dating them, and even though they're ticking all of those boxes, something is missing. Something doesn't feel quite right. That's what I'm seeing with the Three of Wands into the Eight of Cups. I feel like suddenly it's like flip, like your world flips upside down and you're just like, wait a second, maybe this checklist was all wrong. And that can be interpreted in two different ways. So I can't wait to get to this heart card and your other cards to understand it a little bit better. I don't know if this group is split, so sometimes that happens in my readings. It may be that, although this applies to all of you, some people watching may find that, say you are single and you've been dating, you date someone new in autumn, they might find that that person ticked all of their previous boxes, but there's something missing in the connection and they're not right for you, so you walk away from them. Even though it was what you thought you wanted initially, it turned out it wasn't by the end. And some people watching this might find that they start dating this person, they're ticking all the boxes, and then suddenly they don't tick a box that you thought you needed. But by then you're so infatuated by them and you're so drawn to them, and you realise that particular box was not as important as you once thought it was. So you decide to kind of walk away from your checklist and move forward with that person and continue the romance with that person. But I think that's kind of up to you, and I guess we'll see from the other cards where things are going. For those of you who pick this pile and you're in relationships, I'm seeing kind of new adventures or new sparks ignited in you in this autumn. Yeah, there's this sudden burst of energy. That's what I'm feeling for your connection. It's generally quite positive, I've got to say, but there is something that's being left behind, something you're moving on from by the end of autumn. And I don't feel like if you're in a relationship that you're moving on from the relationship, because I don't see it as a very rocky relationship. I don't see lots of ups and downs before that. I think it's more, maybe there's been some sort of hardship in your relationship that you've had to be working on for quite some time. And this is you getting close to achieving your goals. So this is you achieving the desired outcome in terms of that hardship. So things are being fixed, basically. You're managing to fix things. And then you get to leave that worry or that concern behind you by the end of autumn and move on from it in your relationship. It's all just, yeah, very positive. I never see the Eight of Cups as a bad sign. I see it more of a good sign, like you're moving away from something that just isn't serving you anymore, isn't making you feel good, and that's always a positive. I feel like that shows that you've got real respect for yourself. And in terms of love, I just feel like you're showing yourself a lot of self-love by doing that, by being able to move away from things that don't make you happy and that aren't working out for you. Okay, let's have a look at some more cards. I picked out a few decks today because I wasn't really sure what I'd be feeling. I think I'm going to start with a romance angel for you guys. So we'll just get a bit more romance for group one this autumn. What's coming in love? Tell me a bit more about that. What's coming in love for group one? So we got, let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. Okay, so that's quite nice, really. And I'm going to grab you a few more so that we can get a bit more of an idea of what's happening in love. I've got the Quantum Oracle. What's happening in love this autumn for group one? What's happening in love this autumn? Group one. So we have great gratitude coming up for you. Gonna get a wisdom of the Oracle card too. What's happening in love this autumn for group one? Tell me about love this autumn for group one. Okay, so we have co-create. I like that. I like that we've got co-create and we've got ask for and accept support from others, because I just feel like it's a sign that you need to spend time with people you love and, yeah, accept support from them. Work together with them. That's how you'll get the best outcome. Let's grab a Moonology card too. What's happening in love this autumn for group one? Tell me about love this autumn for group one. Okay, so first we have the energy is gaining momentum, waxing moon, and then we have you are good enough, full moon in Virgo. This is the problem. When I do my videos down here, I run out of space for all the cards. And lastly, I want to also grab some Affairs of the Heart cards. So I'm gonna pop this on top so that we can see it. And we'll get some of these. Tell me about group one in love this autumn. What's coming up with them in love this autumn? Okay, so I almost caused a massive fire because one of the cards flew into the flame. But we have water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So there may be a water sign that's entering your life this autumn. We've also got keep going, don't stop, almost there. I love that. I love that with that Three of Wands energy, because it's very much like you just need to get over that like final hurdle. You're so close to the finish line, and yeah, it's just represented in that card so well. That's amazing. And then we have perspective, look from a different angle, change, open mind. So maybe a change in perspective is needed. And lastly, we have manifest, law of attraction, within reach, positive mindset. Wow, I'm getting so many different things. Manifest, this is just making me think of how there's something that you want, there's some sort of goal that you want, and you're going to know it at the beginning of autumn. You know what it is that you want in your love life. And this is an affirmation that it's within reach, like you can get to it. And again, with the keep going and with the 3 of Wands, like whatever it is that you want in your love life, you're so close to getting it. Just keep working on it. Don't give up. It really is on the horizon. I don't know if it's coming in autumn, but it may be there in winter or in spring just after that. But I do think you're kind of so close to getting what it is that you want in terms of love. I do think there's some sort of shift that is required. So some sort of change in perspective. I don't think you need to worry, because with this card, and again with 3 of Wands and with keep going, I do feel like things are speeding up. You are going to get what you want. I don't think you need to worry about delays or anything like that. But with you are good enough and this perspective card, I'm wondering if you have been struggling with your self-worth and your self-confidence of late. I want you to have belief in yourself and know that what you want is out there. It may be closer than you think. Like, I'm wondering with this change, look from a different angle. I wonder if this water sign person is already in your life. They may not have a water sign as their sun sign. It may be their moon sign or their rising or their Venus, or it may just be the way that they act. Like Pisces, Scorpio and Cancers, I feel like they are very loving and very emotional. Like that's kind of signified in the water element. It's all about emotions. They have a lot of love and a lot of compassion and a lot of care for others. And maybe that is what you want. You want someone to give you kindness and warmth and compassion. And perhaps you have been in a habit of finding people who have not given you that and who have made you feel kind of worse about yourself. But this is all talking about how you need to meet someone who's like a best friend to you. You need to meet someone who you feel like you can co-create with. You can cohabitate. I don't know what the word is. With someone who you can share things with, you can open up to, you can be yourself around, and you can just love each other for who you really are. I do feel like if you're struggling with decisions or knowing if someone's good enough for you, you need to rely on your friends there, because I think they're going to give you some really good advice should you need it. And I think you're going to feel really thankful that you have them too. Right, I think those are all the main messages. So I'm really curious to see what this Lover's Oracle card says. We have trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. So if there is anything in your current situation that is worrying you or triggering you or scaring you, this is just telling you to have trust. Like, things are going to be okay. Things are going to change for the better. I keep like feeling that over and over again. Like, things really are going to be fine. You don't need to worry. You've got friends to support you should you need them as well. And yeah, just a lot of people who care about you. So just trust that you can get what you want, what you're searching for. It is out there for you. I've got this really strong feeling from your group that you struggle to believe you are worthy of love or that you will ever be loved. But that's simply not true. I can see that so clearly in these cards. Like, people do love you. I feel like you have a good impact on the world, and you're already, without knowing it, you're drawing in good things. Yeah, I'm seeing this as like others are thankful for you as well. Like, I don't know if you can see in this picture, this lady has all these birds surrounding her and flowers that are kind of growing, about to drop it, growing around her. It's as if it, like, all of nature wants to get close to her and just absorb her lovely qualities and beauty. And that's kind of how I feel about you. I feel like, God, there are so many people around you who just adore you and love who you are and really appreciate who you are and what you do for them and how happy you make them. But I think you need to trust yourself and find some like faith in yourself, because I think you may have convinced yourself that, yeah, you're not deserving of love, or perhaps if you are in a relationship, your partner is giving you such kindness and you don't feel worthy of it, or like they should be giving you that. But as I said, you are working towards your goal. So maybe you're already trying to accept yourself. You're trying to love yourself. And you are getting closer to it. You're getting closer to the finish line. You're doing a lot better. And if you are single, I think your soulmate is on their way to you. And I really don't think they're very far off in the distance. All you need to do is make sure that you have that self-worth in place by the time that they meet you. But yeah, things are moving fast. Be open to things changing, because I do really see at the end of autumn something's changing. Something is not good for you anymore and you're deciding to let it go. But you really need to be open to that. Don't be too stuck in your ways. Don't have too much of a closed mind, because it can prevent you from your dreams coming true. It can prevent you from amazing things happening to you. It can halt love, stop it in its tracks when it's actually on its way to you. So I think that's just something to be aware of this autumn. Also, keep your friends close. You can always refer to them if you need some advice in terms of love. I feel like at times you may need advice, especially between this like 3 of Wands and 8 of Cups. I feel like there's going to be a time where you're like, oh, do I need to let this go? Or do I need to change? Do I need to start working on this? And you're going to feel a bit unsure about it. But that's when your friends will be able to give you the answers that you need. So it's okay to rely on them. It's okay to use their support and their ideas to continue and to make a healthy, good decision. Main message here, trust in yourself. If you feel like there's something that's holding you back, or something that has been really difficult to let go of, have some belief in yourself that you can let go of it, you can move on from it. Because until you have that belief, until you decide there is a way out, there is a way forward, there is a way to move on, you're going to be a bit stuck in the past and feel a bit foolish as well, like a bit reckless. And you don't want that. You don't want that energy to stick around for too long. All in all, for autumn, I see you starting something new and just like following that path and it leading you to great things. There may be something that you need to walk away from, but it's all for the greater good. It's all going to bring more love into your life. If you need to lean on friends for support, do so. They're going to do only good for you. And believe in yourself. You are good enough. You can have what you want. It is coming. You just have to keep this open mind. You have to trust in yourself that it's waiting for you and it's coming. And just a side note to look out for any water signs, or maybe that kind of energy. You might want to spend more time with people who are very empathetic, because that may just help your situation and that may draw more love in for you. That's all I've got for you, Group 1. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please press that like button down below. Also, feel free to leave a comment. I love reading them and knowing how you're doing and what resonated with you from this reading. Subscribe to Disorderly Tarot if you haven't already. That way you'll be able to stay up to date with my latest videos. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a lovely autumn. Enjoy it. Bye. Hi, Group 2. So if you picked the Tiger's Eye crystal, then this is your group. I'm going to pop your little crystal up in that blue dish and then we will get started. So I have a Lover's Oracle card for your group for autumn and what's coming in love, but we're not going to have a look at that just yet. So I'm going to pop it down here and we will start by looking at tarot, I think. I'm going to warn you in advance. I've just done group one's reading and words are not my strong suit today. So we'll see how this goes. But if I kind of stutter, mumble, that sort of thing, I'm really sorry. I don't know what's going on with me. Thoughts are not flowing very clearly through my mind today. So you'll just have to bear with me. I'm going to start with the Everyday Witch Tarot. As always, I will list all the decks I've used down below in the description box, so feel free to check that out if you want to know which cards I used today. I haven't pre-shuffled any cards. We're just gonna see what we get and find out what's happening for you in love this autumn. So what's coming for group 2 in autumn in terms of love? I want to know all about love in autumn for group 2. Tell me about love. What have group 2 got to look forward to in love this autumn? Okay, I was trying to pull 3 cards and ended up with 5. I feel like whenever I do tarot readings, with each group I get slightly more cards and it just ends up insane. So hopefully that won't happen this time. But what I have for you is the 8 of Swords to start your reading. Next we have the Chariot. And then the 4 of Pentacles. The High Priestess. And lastly, the 5 of Wands. Okay, group 2, I'm seeing quite a straightforward narrative for your group. I don't know exactly what the issue is. Maybe it's different for each of you that selected this group, but I'm seeing that you're feeling very trapped at the beginning of August. Why am I saying August? Maybe August. Maybe you were feeling trapped at the beginning of August. I was going to say autumn. Yeah, at the beginning of autumn, it's like you're trapped in some sort of love situation. So I don't know if you're feeling trapped in a relationship. I don't know if you're feeling trapped in loneliness. I don't know if you're feeling trapped in some sort of decision. You feel like you can only choose one option and maybe you want to go for a different option, but you feel like you don't have the power to choose that or no one's going to support you in that decision. Those are the feelings I'm getting from the 8 of Swords. With the Chariot, I feel like this is really focusing on that choice that I was talking about, that decision that you can make. And it's like there are at least two options. One option feels much safer, much easier, and the other option feels a bit more risky. However, you are more drawn to the risky option. I mean, with the 4 of Pentacles, I feel like you're inclined to take the safe option. You're inclined to kind of do what you're used to, protect yourself as well. But with the High Priestess, I feel like you're able to see, you have good intuition, you're able to see kind of into the future, and you've got a hint that the more risky option will actually serve you better and will bring you more love. But what I'm seeing from the 5 of Wands is if you take the risky option, there are going to be others around you who disagree with that, who are unhappy with the choice that you've made, and it may kind of stir the pot. That's what I'm seeing. I'm actually not seeing a lot of love in this reading, funnily enough. I don't know if you are currently single, and if you are, it might just be that you are feeling just very lonely. I'm seeing this witch as very alone and kind of hard done by, like maybe people have trodden on you quite a lot and you're just ready for something new, looking for something new, and perhaps you have different dating options, but you're almost scared to take them. You're scared to delve into something new because in the past so many people have hurt you, and that's making you kind of hold your cards close to your chest. You want to protect yourself. You're kind of scared to have feelings for anyone just in case they let you down. Yeah, that's what I'm getting with the beginning. And then I'm seeing kind of towards the end of autumn more of, I don't know if you're watching more pick a card videos maybe, or doing some tarot reading yourself, but I feel like you're tapping into your intuition and your like gut instincts and feelings over what is right for you in terms of love in your romantic life. I do think there are some other people who are kind of getting in the way of your love life, or just causing a bit of a nuisance for you, I guess. Or just some like external influences. There may even be some quarrels, like maybe you're having an argument with someone in your love life, but I'm seeing multiple people. So I feel like there are multiple influences here. I don't see kind of just a couple having an argument. I feel like there are other people who are swaying things, or maybe there's some gossip or rumors or secrets being shared, and that's just making things uncomfortable for you in your love life. If you are in a relationship this autumn, I do really feel like you're feeling a bit trapped at the beginning of autumn in the relationship. Like, I don't know if it's the whole relationship that's making you feel trapped and you just want an escape, or whether it's just a certain issue. I do feel like it's just one issue, personally, for the majority of you who pick this group. I think it's just one issue, and you have kind of options to choose to resolve that issue. And like, you can just keep things the way that they are, just kind of festering in the background, not changing anything. And I think that's what feels the most comfortable to you, because maybe you haven't changed anything to date. So you're happy just sitting there and staying where you are and keeping things as they always have been. But I think if you kind of go with your gut, you'll realize that something doesn't feel quite right, and there is kind of change needed, and you need to open yourself up to that change, and you need to pick the more uncomfortable option, because it will actually lead to a better future, a happier future, a more comfortable future. So it's worth it. Like, in the short term it might be uncomfortable, but in the long term you're going to feel much better for making that choice, for choosing the risky option. And yeah, there's a strong calling to go with your heart, go with your instincts, because I think your instincts are kind of crying out to you in autumn about like what's right for you, what's the right decision to make, and you just need to listen to them and not listen to these other voices around you, because I think there might be other people in your life who are, I want to say, bad influences on you, or just causing you more tension and stress than you need. I just feel like there's a lot of anxiety. It's almost like a grey cloud surrounding you. And it's not caused by you, but it's caused by other people around you and their voices. And yeah, it's just not really helping you here. I don't know if other people are getting in the way of your love life. Maybe if you are in a relationship, there's, people telling you that it's not right for you, or it's not working out, or you should leave, or people turning against you and kind of whispering in your partner's ear that there are problems when there aren't problems, or there's someone... No, I'm not seeing someone trying to sway them. I'm not seeing someone, just like one individual, trying to turn their head or trying to turn your head. I more see that there's quite a few people who are just getting in the way, and it's almost like you just want to be like, no, leave me alone, leave us alone, like, let us get on with things. We can decide for ourselves if we want this to continue or not. Like, this is none of your business. That's what I'm hearing. I'm actually hearing that for all of you group too, even if you are single. Like, perhaps you're dating someone or multiple people in this this autumn, and I just feel like, oh God, people keep trying to tell you what to do, and it's bugging you. Like, why won't they leave you alone? And it's making you even more scared. It's making you worry almost unnecessarily, is what I'm hearing. Like, you don't need to be worried. You don't need to feel anxiety over this, but there are definitely people around you who are making you feel that way. And perhaps that's why you've been feeling so trapped as well. I want to get some more cards to get a bit more of an insight into this, because I feel like I've got limited information at the moment. I don't know why, but something's drawing me to the Moonology deck. So let's get a card from there. Tell me about group 2. What's happening in love this autumn for group 2? What do they have to look at? Oh, okay. That came out very quickly. We have balance, spirituality and practicality, full moon in Pisces. So Pisces, there could be Pisces influences. Maybe someone in your love life has Pisces strongly in their chart. So that could be some sign, moon sign, rising sign, Venus sign, that sort of thing, of a significant person. Or it could just be that kind of energy. It's dreamy energy. It's very romantic energy as well. So I feel like something you need to find is balance, and you struggle to do that in your love life. I think it feels very all or nothing, a bit like almost Chariot energy. Either you're alone and there's nothing happening, or you're feeling trapped or anxious, or it's like amazing, happy, cute love and you're just like crushing over someone or just in harmony with each other, and it's just very up and down. I'm feeling kind of like a roller coaster, but what autumn is kind of calling for is more of a balance. And with this balance, spirituality and practicality, I think maybe you've not been trusting your gut or your heart that much recently, and instead you've been going for logic. You've been opting for logic and opting for your brain, and what you think is a logical solution to a problem rather than an emotional solution to a problem. Yeah, that could come back to this Four of Pentacles. Maybe you are someone who feels more comfortable choosing the logical solution to issues in your love life, but your intuition is kind of telling you, no, this specific situation is calling for you to follow your heart instead of your head. So that might be something that you need to stay aware of in autumn. Maybe it's time to follow your heart, and your head's not really doing you justice, and staying in your head is kind of causing anxiety too. That's what I'm seeing. It's not helping, and it's not healthy either, because you've not got that balance. Let's get a few more cards, get a bit more information for this autumn. So we have the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. Tell me about group 2's love life this autumn. What's happening in group 2's love life? I know all about group 2's love life this autumn. So we've got loyal heart, cute. Oh, I love that there are 2 owls there. And it's kind of like, oh, this is just making me think. So I always think of owls as very wise and logical, and I just feel like one of these is you. Like you just are, oh, why am I dropping it? You just are like a very logical person. But this is time that you're actually like trusting your heart, and it's going to bring you someone loyal. That's what I'm seeing. Or the relationship that you're in, it's going to bring more loyalty to it, more trust, and just a deeper bond. Yeah, oh, that's beautiful. Let's have a look at what else we get. I'm gonna take the Quantum Oracle deck and get a card from there too for you, group 2. So tell me about group 2 in autumn. What's coming in love for them this autumn? Okay, so we got family, friends and guides. I feel like these people who are surrounding you may be family and friends. I just feel like there are so many external influences that's kind of what's causing you this confusion, making it really difficult for you to decide what the right choice is, to overcome this feeling of anxiety and feeling trapped. I think there are just so many voices. I feel like you've got this voice inside of you that is the one that you need to listen to, like your heart, your gut instinct, and then you've got all of these other external voices from your own family or friends, and it's making it like your judgment very cloudy. It's making it very difficult for you to decide what's right for you. I want to get some more cards because feel like we've not got a very detailed picture. We've got like the main aspects of autumn and your love life in autumn, but that's all we've got. So let's have a look at a romance angel for you, group 2. Tell me what's happening for group 2 in their love life in this autumn. What's happening this autumn in love for group 2? What do they have to expect from in love? I can't speak. What should they be expecting in love this autumn? Tell me about group 2. Okay. So we have codependency. Oh, that's interesting. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. So I don't know what that addiction is, but I actually am not feeling addiction as much as, I mean, it's a type of addiction, but I'm feeling this codependency. Is someone leaning on you too much, group 2? Is there someone who's stifling you a bit? It's making me feel like really uncomfortable, like someone's breathing down my neck. Is that how you're feeling? Or maybe you're dating someone and they're just like too attached and you feel like you don't have your freedom, you feel trapped. Yeah, I'm definitely feeling a lot of pressure, a lot of discomfort. And it's difficult because this person, you're kind of loyal to them at the same time. You don't want to upset them, but it's too much. What they're doing is too much. It's feel like they're kind of unbearable at times and you just need a break. That's what I'm hearing. Let's see what other cards we get from the Affairs of the Heart deck for you. So tell me about group 2. What's happening this autumn for group 2 in their love life? What's happening for group 2? I also saw apology. It just seems like they tie in really well. So we have nostalgia, memories, ex, childhood. So maybe an ex is coming back, or someone's kind of messing with your head. I wonder if that's what the 5 of Wands is. Like maybe some multiple exes are coming back. I just feel like there's some people getting in the way of your romantic life. And they're almost stunting your progression. Let's see what else we have. Apology, sorry, grace, make amends. So yeah, I think whoever is coming back, they want to reconnect with you. They want a second chance. And then we have forgiveness, release negativity, good intentions. So I think this is kind of a hint that in your heart, you know, like the right thing to do is probably to forgive this person for what they've done wrong. But just because you forgive them doesn't mean that you need to allow them back into your life. You don't. If it doesn't feel like it would be right for you to let them back in, you really don't have to. You can forgive someone but still just kind of let them go and move on from them. You don't have to keep them around. Yeah, I feel like that's something you need to hear, group 2. I'm not sure why. And then we have truth, honest, faithful, clarity, confession. And lastly, hope. Don't lose faith, stay positive. I like that. And I kind of want to reiterate that for you, group 2. Like, don't lose faith in your love life. I think at times it can feel kind of hopeless, but it's really not. It's really not. There's something great out there for you, group 2. It's just taking its time to get to you. And I know that's frustrating because you just want it now. Like, you don't want to have to wait around. Confession, I'm seeing confession and apology. Ooh. It might even be someone from your childhood. So it could even be a friend and not an ex. But I do feel like people from your past are coming back this autumn. And they're going to bring with them an array of things. Like some people are going to bring kind of addictions, codependency issues. Someone's bringing an apology. Someone's bringing a confession. It can be too much for you at times. It can feel like, oh my God, there's kind of shouting in every direction, and you just need a break. You need some rest. You need some balance. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot of stress for you. I'm assuming that's how you're feeling this autumn, just like stressed, worn out, anxious. But you're a very loyal individual. I see that with the Four of Pentacles. I see that with loyal heart. I see that with forgiveness too. Like, I think you have very good intentions. You're very loving. You're very kind. And not everyone always treats you in the same way as you treat them, or as well as you treat them. So just be careful with your heart. But you don't want to get to this stage where you're too careful, because I do feel like the risky decisions help you learn lessons that you need to learn. I feel like something great is happening for you in your love life, but not in autumn. Like, I think something is on the horizon, but it's not gonna get here just yet, because there are some lessons you need to learn in autumn. Something about balancing out, listening to your head and listening to your heart. Something about some sort of decision you need to make to free yourself from like chains that are binding you. Some sort of lesson to do with like who you can forgive and who you listen to, and what truths you believe as well. Very interesting. I want to have a look at your Lovers Oracle card so that we can get kind of the main theme for your month. I keep saying month. What is going on with me? Your main theme for the season. So we have criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Oh, right. Okay. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. That is these arguments we were talking about. God, an apology, forgiveness, truth, clarity. Oh, it's all making so much sense. Okay, right. So maybe there is someone in your love life that you are like bickering with, fighting with. And I don't know if there are external influences too, as I was saying, like friends and family who are maybe getting in the way or not helping. Maybe you've been spending too much time with a particular loved one and you've been kind of codependent on each other, and that's got you to a stage where you're just like criticizing each other and taking it out on each other whenever you're down or whenever something goes wrong. It's like so much easier to take it out on the other person because you're spending so much time together. So maybe it's time for, as I said, a break. I keep feeling that, like, time for a break, time for a break. And I don't mean a break as in like a break in your relationship. I just mean like maybe find some time for yourself, or find some time that you can spend with friends and family so that you can just step away from the situation from time to time, and it's not like you're constantly with this other person. I feel like a lot of you who pick this group are in a relationship or some sort of situationship with someone. There is something quite difficult that you're going through this month with them. I do see arguments or quarrels. I do see some sort of confession. I do see a need for an apology and forgiveness. Like, there is some sort of hurdle that you're facing. I don't think it's cheating. I want to mention that too, because with loyal hearts, I feel like you are very loyal to one another. And I see that with codependency too. Like, I don't think either of you would stray from each other. I think it's more just other external factors that are getting to you and stressing you out, and that's causing these heated arguments. And I think, yeah, at the beginning of autumn, you're kind of wondering if this person is even right for you, or if you're wasting your time with them. And during autumn, I do think this like behavior, this arguing or criticizing is going to get a little bit worse before it gets better. But you almost need that to realize, no, you know what, this isn't working. I can't just sit here with things as they are. I need to make a different decision. I need to get up. I need to fight for what I want and what's best for us. Your gut's telling you like what the right decision to make is. I'm seeing with don't lose faith, stay positive, that this isn't a bad person, this person that you're thinking about, and there is opportunity for you guys to grow together and to have a good relationship. But it requires a lot of compromise and definitely an apology from someone, because someone has done something that's hurt the other person. It may even be that you both hurt each other through all this arguing, or the source of the arguments. I do think you have a deep bond with this other person. I think that's why there may be some codependency issues, because I feel like they feel very nostalgic to you. They feel kind of this hole in your heart, and like they're your best friend as well. You know, if you're not in a relationship with anyone coming into autumn, and you've not got a situationship going either, this may just be your own kind of issues that you need to work through. Like perhaps codependency has been a problem in previous relationships and you need to find balance this autumn. I've got this strong sense of whoever you are, group 2, like there are things you need to work on before you can feel happy in a relationship and before you can have a fulfilling relationship. Perhaps you do criticize too much, or perhaps there is some sort of a push that you need to trust your heart a bit more and to follow your heart a bit more and to stop sticking to the same ideals you've always had. I feel this prompt for change very strongly, and maybe it requires a bit of rebellion, a bit of arguing to get there. I'm not sure, but that's definitely what I'm sensing. Group 2, I do think your love life in autumn is going to be challenging. I'm going to be completely honest. But I don't see it as like awful either. I just see some arguments. I see some sort of big choice that you need to make. And I think that will be difficult because you so want to stick to the logical option. But actually what will suit you best is trusting your heart and following your instincts. Just make sure there is balance there. Make sure you're not always just doing what's practical, but you're also doing what's right for you emotionally as well. I do see you as quite an emotional, loving person, actually. I've got a lot of like acceptance, forgiveness, honesty that I'm seeing. So I feel like you need to have faith and just be yourself and be open. I think, yeah, keep an open heart. That's what I'm seeing. Because I think it's very easy to judge people and not really consider what's beneath the surface, what's behind their actions. Why did they make the decisions that they made? Maybe start questioning that a bit more before you judge people in the future. I don't think you're having the easiest time with friends or family, but people are remaining loyal to you. So whatever arguments are going on, people care about you a lot in your life and they're willing to do wherever it takes to keep your friendship or keep a relationship with you. So like they'll apologize if they need to, or they'll grant you forgiveness if you've done something wrong. I don't see anyone straying from you or leaving you by yourself. I see more that might be a concern you have. You might be scared of losing people, but really you're not going to lose anyone. You just need to find this acceptance, because I think at times you might be rubbing people up the wrong way unintentionally, but it's because you're being so logical and not really thinking with your heart ever. And this is just encouraging you to start thinking with your heart sometimes. Find that balance. That's all I've got for you, group 2. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please leave a like down below. I'd also love it if you left a comment just telling me if any of this rang true to you today, or just catching up with me. I love reading the comments. Subscribe to Disorderly Tarot if you haven't already. That way you can stay up to date with my latest videos. Thank you so much for watching. I hope your autumn is wonderful. Bye. Hi, group 3. So if you picked the honey calcite, this is your reading. I'm going to pop your little stone up at the top in the dish and then we can get started. As you can see, I've drawn a Lover's Oracle card for you, but I'm going to pop that to one side and start with tarot, and we'll open that up later. Today I'm using the Everyday Witch Tarot. Tell me about group 3's love life this autumn. I want to know all about group 3's love life this autumn. What's happening for group 3? Okay, so we're starting with the Ace of Pentacles and moving on to the Magician. Death, the King of Wands, and finally the Ten of Wands. I like the spread group 3. We've got quite a mix of energies here. Okay, I think I understand the majority of this, but I'm going to get a clarification card for the Ten of Wands because I'm slightly confused about that. Can you tell me a bit more about this Ten of Wands in group 3's love life this autumn? What does it mean? What's this referring to? Okay, so as clarification for the Ten of Wands, we've got the High Priestess and the Lovers. Oh, this is such a juicy reading. So what we have over here, starting off at the beginning of autumn, this is new love, new hope on the horizon. It's kind of making me feel like, you know, if you play one of those, like, are they called slot machine games? In an arcade, you know those games where you put the coins in and you can see all the coins inside the machine and they're like gathering up, and you keep putting coins in, and then eventually, if you get lucky, all the coins suddenly tumble down off the shelves and you win them. This is what I'm feeling with the Ace of Pentacles. It's like you've put a coin in, only one, and you've got lucky and all the coins are kind of coming tumbling down, and yeah, you're winning. It's like a sudden new win for you. So I don't know if you've had quite a spell of not meeting anyone you're interested in, or dating fading to nothing very easily. I just feel like you've had quite a time of being unsuccessful in love. It may even be unsuccessful in your relationship. Perhaps you are in a relationship at the moment, or a situationship, and it's just felt a bit stagnant, or like it's not going anywhere, or you just felt unhappy in some way about it. But I feel like you're finally getting some luck here. Things are turning up. I'm seeing this sun as well, like really shining brightly. Sorry if you can hear my dog snorting in the background. She probably will do that throughout this video. She's just kind of roaming about. She was asleep earlier, but yeah, now she's here. But yeah, as I was saying with the sun, I just feel like the sun is finally rising. It's been a long night. It's been a long, cold, difficult night. And finally, there's this ray of sunshine on the horizon. With the Magician, I feel like this is reminding you that, I always say it's like you have all the tools at your disposal. I think it's reminding you that you have a lot of gifts. You have a lot of good qualities to offer someone in love. And it's just a reminder that you're not going to be lonely forever. And if that is something that's been worrying you recently, I think autumn is turning things around a little bit for you. You kind of have your pick. I think you're finally taking control. I see that in the King of Wands and with the Magician. It's like you're finally taking control of any negative influences in your life. I feel like there have been people or situationships in the past, it may even be exes in the past, who have wronged you or who have made you feel unworthy or undeserving. And it's been like, you've given them loads, you've given them the world, and they've only given you half measures. Yeah, you've literally been following their trail of crumbs. They'll leave you little bits of crumbs, but they'll never give you a full plate. That's what I'm seeing. And finally, this autumn, you are kicking them out the door. It's just like, no, I'm not settling for this anymore. I am done. I am not giving in to these people who don't treat me well enough. Yeah, you're just done with it. You're done with giving them everything and them giving you barely anything in return. I resonate with this group. Honestly, I know that feeling well when you are crushed up on someone and you're giving them all you've got and you're getting barely anything in return. Maybe they're not messaging you much, or you're always thinking up date ideas and it's never them. You're always initiating stuff. You're putting all the effort in. Maybe even if you're in a relationship group 3, you're the one putting in the effort, but you're not getting much back from them. And you're feeling very unsatisfied because of it. But it's like in autumn, you're saying, you know what? Enough's enough. literally, it's the death of it. You're done. You're taking control. You're in your power, really. You're the king. And you're not putting up with that anymore. You deserve better. And what we're getting as a result of it, unfortunately, is the Ten of Wands. So 10 of Wands symbolizes burdens on your shoulders. So it's literally, if you can see this witch, sorry, I put her under everything, but she's going uphill carrying a load of broomsticks and she just looks so worn out. And that's kind of how I think you're feeling. I think you were feeling worn out by love, because when I asked for clarification of this 10 of Wands, we're getting the Lovers and the High Priestess. And the Lovers, I mean, it does just signify love, soulmate, union, that kind of thing. And I think you're exhausted by romance. I know that sounds silly, but I think it's just like you're exhausted by having crushes on people and it never turning out into anything, or dating people and it never resulting in a relationship, or just giving your all to situationships or other people or relationships and not getting back much in return. And you're exhausted by believing in destiny, believing in the future, believing in this kindred partnership, this soulmate suddenly appearing, because they haven't appeared today. And it's just, oh, it's so frustrating. I'm feeling the frustration for you, group 3. It's just being all consuming and tiring, and you're just like, oh, I'm so done with this. Like, when is it my turn? That's what I'm hearing. Like, when is it my turn? When is it my chance for love? Like, why do I never get to feel love? It's always me giving love and never receiving it. But all in all, in autumn, very positive. Like, this makes me think that there is someone coming in who is giving you some love, and you haven't had to ask for it. You haven't had to do anything to earn it, unlike in the past where you've always had to be giving a lot to receive even a little in return. This is just like someone's just handing you a rose. Someone's just taking you out on a date, and like you've had to put in hardly any effort. And this is when you're kind of like, oh my goodness, I have the power. Okay, and yes, I can give back so that there's balance, because a healthy relationship has balance, but I'm not going to give them absolutely everything unless they're giving me absolutely everything. This is when you're taking the relationship, the power, love into your own hands, and you're not going to let it break you anymore. Because I feel like it really has broken your back. It really has tired you out. It really has stripped you of your kindness almost as well, because you just feel like you're being used all the time and your generosity is going to waste, and you're just done with it. You're closing the door on it. That's the death of it. You're just over and done with all of that. And that's kind of beautiful, really, because it takes so much strength and it takes power, and you've got that and you're harnessing that. And I'm really proud of you for getting to that stage. I'm just moving these a little bit so that we can get out some other cards, because I want to get a bit more information. I'm going to move these two out of the way because they were just used for clarification and we don't really need them. And I'm going to get a few more cards to build a bigger picture. So I've got Romance Angels here, and we'll have a look at group 3. What's happening in your love life this autumn? Oh, we got one. I'm going to get another for you. Group 3, what's happening in your love life this autumn? Tell me about group 3's love life this autumn. I don't know why I felt like I needed loads, but we'll go with it. So we have new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. I thought so. This is this Ace of Pentacles. Like, someone new is definitely on the horizon. We also have let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. So again, I think you're going to want to put everything into it, but you just need to be a little bit careful, because I don't want you feeling this again. I think you felt this Ten of Wands feeling, this burden feeling so often, so frequently in your love life. And I feel like you need to be yourself, and that's what I'm getting with this let go of control issues. But at the same time, don't give them everything if they're not giving you everything, because I think that could hurt you. And lastly, we've got make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Oh, I like that, because with make the effort, I think that can give you kind of like a false impression that you need to be making all the effort, and that's not really the case. You need to make some effort. There needs to be balance, as I said before. But great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. I think that's talking about the other person, because I think you always take steps forward, but it's like the other person never meets you at the same pace. They never take the steps themselves. They never make the effort. But I think this new love is going to make an effort with you, and it's going to happen quite naturally and quite easily. That's what I'm getting. Let's have a look at some more cards. So I've got some Moonology cards next, so we'll have a quick look into that. What's happening in love this autumn for group 3? What's happening in love this autumn for group 3? Tell me about love this autumn for group 3. Okay, so we have your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn, beautiful. And Capricorn, that's late December, early January. So it might even come to fruition in winter time rather than autumn. But I feel like your hard work is during autumn, and then it's going to pay off by the time we get to like Christmas and the new year. Perhaps it's not this new love who is actually going to be the one for you, if that makes sense, but this new love is going to be the first step towards you doing the right thing and not being the only one to make the effort in your relationships. I feel like this new person who's coming into your love life in autumn, they're going to get you practicing giving as much love as you receive rather than giving more love than you receive. And when you get used to that, when you get used to making equal efforts as your partner, that's when this someone else is going to come in. It may be the same person, but I'm feeling for the majority of you, it's someone new that's coming in winter time that is just such a great love. Like, I feel like you're going to have a great connection with them. And this is kind of like the preparation work, the preparatory work you need to do this autumn to be ready for that, so that you don't have any like codependency issues by the time of winter when this new person comes in. Let's get a few more cards. I've got the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. So please tell me about group 3's love life this autumn. I want to know what's coming in love for them. Oh my God, this makes so much sense. So we have building blocks, and these are the blocks you're building. Like, you're finally making progress towards your soulmate connection, because you're understanding what you need to change about how you're acting in love to draw the right person in, to draw the right relationship in towards you. This lesson is necessary, and it's going to help. It's going to bring true love towards you. I'm also going to grab a Quantum Oracle card for your love life this autumn, group 3. Okay, so we have the Sacred Temple popping out. Now, this could signify many different things. I'm feeling like it is to do with like your safety net, your safe environment, your home, and also your body. I feel like your body, I'm hearing that phrase, your body is a temple, or my body is a temple. And it's like giving yourself some respect. I don't know if this is associated to some sort of trauma. I'm getting that like your body has not always been respected. And I don't know if that's by you or by others, but I feel like you're done with that. Like, you're putting that behind you, and now you're going to have respect for your body, and you're going to make sure others respect your body. That's, yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm hearing. Like, you're not going to allow for it to be disrespected anymore. And the same goes for your heart. Like, your heart has been broken by so many people who have been unworthy of it, unworthy of your feelings, unworthy of your kindness. And this autumn, you're not standing for that anymore. You are looking after your heart. And it's not in a negative way or a bad way, but you're getting stronger because you're learning these lessons. Like, love needs to be equal, love needs to be shared, kindness needs to flow in both directions, and that's the only way you're going to be happy and the other person's going to be happy, and that's what you need now. I feel really proud of you, actually, group 3. I feel like this season, you are turning things around. You are making some necessary changes, and you are looking after yourself. You're having dignity, you're having self-respect, you're controlling yourself, but only insofar as like protecting your heart, and that's a good thing. The last deck that I have that I just want to pull some cards from is the Affairs of the Heart deck. So I'd like some more messages about love this autumn for group 3. What's happening in love this autumn for group 3? Oh, you can already see that one. That's already got me really excited, but we will get to that in a sec. Let's see what we've got. Third party, affair, cheating, workaholic, family issues. Okay. Saw cheating and I was just like, no, that's not right for this group. Then saw workaholic and was just like, yes. That's it. I don't know if that applies to all of you. Like, there may be some of you watching this who one of these other things resonates with. I mean, it could be talking about affair and cheating, like in the past, in your past relationships. And that's one of the things that you're allowing to die. You're not going to put up with that anymore. But I really am feeling this workaholic. I don't know if you've been a workaholic and just kind of been ignoring love in your life. I don't know. Yeah, I just feel like you've put the emphasis on work recently and not been thinking about friends or family or love. And you're turning that around in autumn. It's kind of like, no, this isn't making me happy and I'm missing connections. So yeah, I think you're looking for connections and spending more time on your connections as well. Next, we have home, family, comfort, moving house. Again, so we have home and the sacred temple. I just feel like it's to do with making yourself more comfortable. And I think you felt very uncomfortable in the past when you've had these burdens, when you felt like people are always letting you down. And if you need times of comfort while you're making these changes, you can always rely on your family for support. And for some of you, that may not be like blood relations. It might be a family of friends who are just really supportive and caring about you. And if you are struggling, maybe it's time to kind of go to them. I do feel like you've sort of ignored your family or friends a little bit, and it's time to kind of let them in a bit more and spend more time with them. That may even draw this new love towards you. Yeah. Next, we have true love, divine union could be the one. Okay, I absolutely love this card. So I don't know if that's to do with the new love or if that's again signifying your hard work paying off in winter. But I do feel like your true love is coming so soon. Like, whether it's autumn or winter, they are on their way. It's kind of like a time for celebration. And you're just doing this last bit of work that you need to do so that you're ready for them, because you may feel like you've been ready for them for ages and you've just been lonely and waiting, but really you've needed to do this last bit of work. Even if you are in a relationship already, group 3, like you could be with your true love, you could be with your ideal person, but there's still these kind of last few puzzle pieces that need to fit into place until you can be truly yourself and truly happy with them and comfortable. And yeah, I'm just seeing you in control, in your power, in your element, and yeah, realizing what you deserve. Yeah, taking control. Next, we have soulmate, strong connection, romance, friendship. So this new love could be a friend. I just want to point that out because I saw friendship. And I really do just see a strong connection between the two of you. And I see someone who's just as giving as you are. So they could be a friend. They could be a friend. So that's something to look out for in your love life. Beautiful. Yeah, soulmate connection, true love. there is someone definitely coming for you, group 3. This is so exciting because, like, I do feel like this is a lifetime kind of partnership. This is someone that you've been waiting for. And yeah, your hard work is finally paying off this autumn or winter. And we have stormy, difficult time ahead, grief, emotional upheaval. Okay, right. So just want to know, I don't think this is about your relationships. I did notice, I kind of ignored it, but I did notice that when I was pulling these cards out, where is it? Here. No, that's not where it is. Well, in home we have family, but also what I noticed is we have family issues in third party. And I'm just wondering if you have got some sort of difficult times ahead in your family. I don't think it's like falling out. I think it's more like, I feel like someone's ill or it could even be mentally unwell, but like they're having a difficult time of things and you're just going to need to support them a little bit more. But I feel like your soulmate, your true love is going to be there for you through that. They're going to pull you through and be there for you even when you're not able to give them as much. So that's where that balance comes into play, where you've always been the one in relationships to give everything, to give it your all, and the other person rarely gives you as much in return. I feel like the scales are shifting slightly and you're more going to have to fight a little bit at times to keep the balance because they're having to give you so much love and attention when you're not giving as much in return because other factors of your life are weighing on you. So I'm really feeling like you might be a workaholic at times, like perhaps your work is just really stressful and it takes up a lot of your time. Or I do see these family issues too. I don't know what that is specifically, and I think it's probably going to be different for each of you, but I do feel like someone's ill, might be visiting hospital a lot, or they're just depressed, or they're going through something and they rely on your support. And I'm not saying like they're going through something and they're going to die or anything like traumatic like that. I just feel more like they're using you as a support, and I think when they do, you might pay less attention to your romantic love life at that point, and I think you just need to be aware of that. Yeah, it's all about balance. I keep feeling balance for you, like making sure you give and take in equal measures. And that's not always possible. Your romantic love is only a part of your life. Like if you think of yourself as like a pie chart, it's just a part, it's a section, but then there's also work, there's family, there's friends, there's hobbies, there's loads of different sections, different parts of you. And to be truly happy in life, you need a little bit of each. Like you wouldn't be happy if you're only happy in one area and not happy in any of the others. So I just feel like it's just finding that balance and making sure that you're not always drained in the same area. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Okay, I'm so curious as to what your Lover's Oracle card is. So we're going to pull that out now and find out. We have passion. A magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy it. So I think, oh my God, I feel like this person who's coming in, this new love, is so passionate about you. Like they are head over heels for you and they will give you everything. It's like they're kind of being the person that you've always been in relationships. I think you're someone who's kind of obsessed with romantic love. Like maybe you read a lot of romance books or you watch a lot of romance films. I just feel like you love and you're usually the passionate person and you're usually the one who gets butterflies in your stomach on dates and just kind of gets all swept up off your feet very easily, I feel. And as soon as that happens, you put your all into it, and sometimes the other person will like sweep you off of your feet just because they're used to doing it and not so much because they're super fond of you. And that can really like let you down and make you feel this like stormy like burdens and just discomfort because you can feel let down by that. But not the opposite with everything, but the opposite is happening in this situation, in this new love situation, because this new person is really passionate about you and giving you everything because they really want you and they feel like you're their soulmate. They feel like you're their true love. They feel like you're meant to be together. There are going to be some little issues in the background that get in the way at times and you just need to be aware of them. But remind yourself that you are this King of Wands. You are this magician. You have the power. You are powerful and you are able to juggle these things if you want to. So if this person really is your soulmate, they're worth pursuing, they're making you really happy, then you just need to be aware of that and make sure that you are finding some time for them and you are lifting them up as much as they're lifting you up. Do you get that? Yeah, I've said this a million times, but it's all about balance and just making sure you have that balance in your romantic relationships, because I don't think you have in the past. I think another thing I'm getting is that people in the past have been very controlling. I don't know if you had a controlling ex. It was always on their terms and never on your terms. I'm saying, yeah, that's what I'm hearing. But you know, you're this King of Wands now. Okay? You have control of your own life. And you are powerful. You can do as you please. And I feel like it's safe for you to do that because you're such a kind and genuine and caring person and you have so much empathy that you would never let power go to your head. Oh, I really like you, group 3. Like, I'm just feeling, yeah, a lot of love for you, a deep connection with you, and just like, you deserve the world. And I feel like you're going to get it in autumn or winter. Like, this true love, this soulmate is coming. And all it requires is these last few lessons, which you're working on already. You are putting the past behind you. You are putting that pain away. You are moving on from it. You're learning what you need to learn from it and then letting it go. And I'm so proud of you because I think it's taken a lot to get to this stage and to have this respect for yourself, to love yourself. And like, you deserve it. You deserve this prize. You deserve to win. Because I think it's felt like you just keep on losing and you're just so sick of being in this like cycle. I'm saying you deserve this soulmate, you deserve this true love, and it's coming for you. Okay, so don't give up, keep going, keep the passion alive. I'm like really proud of you. As I said, I feel like you are such a strong person and you have fought a lot of battles and you have unfortunately been treated badly by a lot of people, but you're coming out the other side of that, and there is someone who's going to treat you so well and give you that respect that you deserve. You're just building those last few blocks. You're building the last bit of your tower. You're getting there. You're building your home, and it's going to be a safe and comfortable environment, and you're going to be happy there. That's all I've got for you, group 3. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please click that like button down below so that you can let me know. And I'd love it if you left a comment as well, just letting me know if any of this actually made sense to you. I'd love to hear it. And also, just if you want to comment about anything, I love talking to you guys, so feel free to comment down there. Subscribe to Disorderly Tarot if you haven't already. That way you will be able to stay up to date with my latest videos. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great autumn. I'm sure you will. Bye.